What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about why you should absolutely dominate a niche on Redbubble, that is. Now remember, if you're watching this video and you engage on other platforms and it's not just Redbubble, the grand ideas are going to be the same for every platform, but the mechanics are going to be different, okay? So if I say a certain nuance in the way of you tag properly or do something like that, that's going to be different amongst every platform. It's not going to be the same, but the concepts are going to be the same, okay? And in reference to concepts, I made a video a while ago that I actually it's this important. I put it on my homepage of my video, of my YouTube, okay? Of my website, where it's right here. It's called the Redbubble Battle Strategy. It's a free video. You can watch it. In the video specifically, the idea was how to specifically dominate a niche. Now, at the end of the day, the raw way to do it is to own the majority of the content for that specific keyword. See, the way we view every keyword on Redbubble is it's its own niche. So, for example, here's the word bird dog hunter, right? In the English language, it might not mean as much, but it's a keyword. And this keyword phrase here, or this phrase, is its own niche. Every single combination of keywords, whether it has 1 million results or whether it has 0 results, is its own niche. Okay? And there are some niches on Redbubble that are much more saturated than others. Okay? That's safe to admit. Here's an example of a niche, a bird dog hunter, that has 968 results. Okay? Now, whether this niche gets sales or not, let's just assume it does. Let's assume that people search these 3 specific keywords and it makes money. Whether it makes $1, whether it makes $2 a year, whether it makes $10 a year or $100 a year is irrelevant. But let's just say that niche, that keyword, gets searched and it gets sales. Well, let's talk about how to actually dominate and why it's important. Well, let's begin with how to dominate. It's very simple, okay? Let's take the concept that I've said before about 60 designs per day in the POD design course. Let's just take that out for a second. Let's just say let's cut that in half. Let's say you're doing 30 designs per day, which, by the way, is extremely practical, okay? I've shown how to do it within 30 minutes. You guys could do 30 designs a day within 15 minutes, okay? So, very, very practical. You can upload them, you can create them, you can get the whole process done for 30 designs in a half hour. Let's just say that's the case, right? From uploading, from designing, from creating. The idea is you're going to stick to one niche. You're going to stick to this one category. And by tomorrow, let's just say, the results are not going to be 968 anymore. It's going to be 998 or 1,000 or whatever the number is, okay? But you're going to do this every single day, until you have completely dominated that sphere of influence. There's 968 results, meaning the first design that you should be doing should be able to be on the first page with ease. With ease. A number that low is not that difficult, okay? We've had people before get on the first page based on, and I'll take pride in this, my tagging guide, the Redbubble tagging course. We've shown how to tag properly for Redbubble to get search traffic within 15,000 results, 10,000 results, 30,000 results. I myself have multiple designs on a few keywords that have over 300,000 plus results because of the tagging strategy. So I'll leave all these links in the pinned comment down below. But let's just say you do this every single day. What you're going to start to do is you're going to start owning the probability of that specific niche. Now, what do I mean by owning the probability? Well, when somebody comes to the webpage, yes, there is more inclination for them to buy this first product. Yes, there is more for the second, third. But generally, people do look at the whole page before they look at just the first product. We can agree on that. And if people do happen to scroll down and they see all the designs, we want out of all the designs that are there, we want you to own about half or more. So in this case, that there's, let's just say 1,000 designs, okay? What you're going to do is you're going to design for 15 days. Let's whip out the calculator here, because you guys know I'm a math junkie. 15 times 30, assuming you're only doing 30 designs per day, is 450. That's about half of that's not about half. That's about half of 1,000, but out of the total, right? Let's say the total now, because you've added 450, let's just say is close to 1,000, let's say 400. That's not half. You got to create a little more. So really, what you should do is for a whole month, let's just say 30 times 30, okay? 900. Now that's about half. You're getting close now, because when you created 900 and you add them to a niche that already has 968, then that's 1,800. So I'm not saying that this is going to work for everybody. This is a war strategy, right? When I created that video, let's just go ahead and go back to the website here. When I created that video where I said conquer and divide, that is a war strategy, okay? Make no mistake, Redbubble is a war. Print on demand is a war. It's very serious, right? You want to make money online. How are you going to do it? Well, you have to own the majority of that specific niche. And you have to be able to discern which niches are more valuable, which niches are more practical. We've shown how to do this in the tagging course. I've shown how to specifically show how to navigate through the search demand of specific keywords, right? Remember, because Redbubble, and I'll just give you a little hint here, is a micronized economy to Google. So that should give you enough tips right there, but without giving too much from the tagging course. But in terms of designing, right? Imagine, now let's just imagine, let's just say there's 1,000 results here. You create 2,000 results. You own 2/3 of all the designs in the niche, right? In the specific keyword, which is a niche. Because remember, when we always refer to keywords, we refer to them as niches, right? For specifically Redbubble. Because if I type a bunch of different keywords, I'm going to see different results. Therefore, it's a different niche. But if I create, let's say 2,000 out of the 3,000 designs now, because there's 1,000 here, if I add 2,000 to them, it's a total of 3,000, but I own 2,000 of them. That means, in terms of probability, I have about a 66% chance to be chosen, right? And with a niche this small, there's no reason why every single one of your designs shouldn't end up on the first page. So, with that being said, now you have essentially learned not only how to dominate a niche, but now we're going to get into why you should dominate a niche. Well, why should you do this? Why should you actually focus on this quote-unquote war strategy? Why would you do that? Well, the reality is you can't play nice on Redbubble. And I'm not telling you to go copycat people and do all this. No. It's a war strategy. You want to make sales? You have to make it happen. I was thinking about this last night, and I was working in a specific niche, and I was creating a bunch of designs as usual. This is what I do anyway. And I've specifically talked about why this is. And this incorporates the design course that I've spoken about. In the design course, I've showed how to create these various designs very quickly with no recent niche research, which are arguably in different categories. That's all I'm going to say, because I don't want to talk too much about what the course has, but in different categories. And once we find a certain product that sells, we then go and dominate that specific niche. That's the strategy of the POD design course, right? Anybody who took the course knows what I'm talking about. Now, will I show how to do these things here? No, that's strictly for the course. But when we go and dominate that specific niche, right, what's going to happen is we have, proof of concept. We already got a sale for that one product, right? We already got a sale for that one product. So when we do create more products, right, we know that our products, or we know that other customers or our potential customers are probably purchasing from other people as well. It's not like, we're the only one that got chosen for the sale. So that means if other people are being chosen, we need to increase our probability of being chosen. So the simple answer is, why do we do this? To make more money. Very, very simply put, we make more money doing this. And it's a strategy that not only works, but I've worked it, and so many other people have worked it as well. And I get the emails on a daily basis of people saying, hey, this helped me, I love it, I got my first sale, etc. You guys can even look in the comments. We're getting comments, I wouldn't say every day, but we're getting comments frequently of people saying, hey, I got my first sale doing this. I got my, 10th sale doing this. I got my 5th sale. I got whatever. I got sales doing this. I can't believe your strategy works. It works, right? The reason why we do this is because this is a pure war strategy. I didn't make this up, guys. This is like 101 like type stuff. When people go into war, like if you ever seen Vikings, for example, to be able to cripple the war that you're fighting, you have to hit them where it hurts. Where does it hurt? Some people will, damage the grain storage. Some people will, attack a certain little village. Some people will do certain things so that it will break not only the morale, but the presence of that combat situation of the people you're going against. And in this case, Redbubble, print on demand, all these other platforms, it is a war economy. It's just exactly what it is. You could see here there are 5 different designs, okay? Or 10 different designs. Each person with these different designs is in battle right now, and only one will be chosen per customer. Only one, most of the time. Let's just assume that it's one. I know we can sit here and say, well, what if a customer comes and clicks and buys on 2 products and they buy both products? Yeah, that's possible, but let's talk about reality here. The reality is that usually does not happen, okay? So in terms of sales, in terms of success, right, who has most likely to win? Just not even off designing, because designs are subjective for the most part, right? For the colors, the way it's the art, that's mostly subjective. Well, let's look. Let's look at the people who created these designs. Here, we have this design, all by different people, right? Well, these 2 designs are the most prevalent. Therefore, they have the highest chance to win. Now, what I would say is that these designs are basically the same, I think. Am I wrong? No, they're 2 different dogs. Okay. So, they're a little bit different, but I would have done it differently. But the reality is that, imagine, let's say these 2 designs were different. Well, then out of all these 10, these 2 have the highest probability of winning. But imagine if they owned the top 5 or the bottom 5 even. They would have even a higher probability of winning. Why? Because they own more probability in the specific niche. So, how to dominate? It's simple. Create more in a specific design, own the probability. Have the highest probable chance to be selected. Imagine if there was a lottery for a house, okay? And everybody was putting in $1, but you really, really wanted that house. And you put in $50,000. And let's say there's only 1,000 participants. Then most likely there's a very, 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 very high chance that you're going to win that house because of the lottery picks, right? So look at it like a lottery pick every single time. If you don't like the war strategy idea, look at it like a lottery pick. Every single time somebody searches for a certain product, you can essentially win the lottery. That's what the whole idea is at the end of the day. Because we're fishing here, guys. Every time we create a design, we're casting a net. We're seeing what can we grab? What can we succeed? What fish can we catch? That's really what it is, right? And at the end of the day, if you only have one fish or one net, it's not as good as having 10 nets, 20 nets, 30 nets, all thrown into the ocean at random places, or even one focused area to catch as many as possible. And the reality is get this. If you cast 10 nets in one area, all in one focused area, and you get nothing, what does that mean? That means there might not be fish there. Let's just assume the case, right? It might mean that there's not fish there. And is that a big deal? No, we just move on to another area. We're fishermen here. Fishermen, whatever. Fisher people, right? Well, we're people here that are going fishing and we're trying to find the fish. We're trying to eat here, right? So this is the strategy. It's a war strategy. It's a survival strategy. It's an income strategy. Whatever you want to call it, it's important. And the reason why it's important, because you want to make money. You wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't want to make money. And the reality is the one thing that I can't give anybody, the one thing that I can't hand over is the will to do it. That's it. The will to do it. The will to move forward. The will to actually get it done. I see people doing 1 to 2 designs a day, maybe even a week. That's unrealistic. If you really want to make money, if you really want to push forward, how are you going to make it when there are over 30 million designs on Redbubble? Let's just go ahead and hit enter here, right? There are 35,300,000 million designs on Redbubble. Do you think that your one design a day is actually going to stand out amongst the crowd? This is why if you only create one design a day, you're going to end up with 365 for the year. That's very, very small. And even then, I always tell people, if you don't have a minimum of 300 designs, you haven't done enough work yet. Like, 300 designs you can literally get done in a few days, guys. In just a few days, you can get them done. So, with that being said, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully this video helped you out. Hopefully give you the zap that you needed to move forward, to conquer a niche, to dominate, to absolutely dominate, and win. And that's what matters at the end of the day. All right? I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. If you're interested in any of the courses, I'll leave the links in the description, in the pinned comment down below. So if you're interested in that, check it out. And I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out. Bye.